Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Global Digital Success Talk. So, today we have a special guest. She's originally from the Philippines, but she currently lives in, I believe, South Carolina in USA. So, before we bring her to the studio, so let's introduce ourselves. So, I'll start with me. So, my name is Sandy. I'm originally from Panama. I work in the movie industry, and I'm a digital business owner.
Hello, hello. Hi, everyone. My name is Jessie. I'm a nurse by professional. I live Ontario, Canada, and I'm from Cuba. And I also own, I'm an owner I'm a proud digital business owner. Oh my God, my English is
Hello,
so bad.
hello everyone. My name is Isabel. I'm originally from Mexico. I live in North Carolina, USA. I'm married. I'm a mother of three. I work for the school system as a teacher assistant, and I also have my digital business.
Hello, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from any part of the world you could be tuning in. My name is Melissa. I'm originally from Kenya. I'm living in Mexico at this moment. I'm a full-time digital business owner, but prior to that, I used to work in the hostel industry. Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Jessie. And thank you, Isabel. Okay, so let's bring our guest to the studio.
Hello,
Hi,
everybody.
Annie. Thank you for
Hi.
coming, Annie.
Thank you for having me in your show. Yes. Hello, everybody. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, good night, wherever part of the world you may be. And I am Annie. I'm coming from South Carolina, USA. Isabel, you're North Carolina. I am from South Carolina. We're neighbor. and yes, I am a nurse by profession. I am a wife. I don't have any children, but I have a three, four babies that I love so much. And I am a proud digital business owner. I'm originally from the Philippines, but I live in the United States for 20 years. And I am an ICU nurse for 15 years. That's all for me.
Thank you, Annie. Okay, so let's start with the questions.
Okay, any first question? What motivated you to embark on this entrepreneurial venture?
Well, everyone have their own why, right? So my why is my family. And like my husband, we don't see each other all the time because we work in the say a different shift. I am a night shift nurse. I cannot be a day shift nurse. I don't work not day. I'm sorry, but I am a night shift nurse. My husband work daytime. We don't see each other. We always busy. And so I am looking for. I did this in a venture because I would like to do it at home. And another thing also is I want to bring my family from the Philippines because being alone here in the United States, the only family that I have here is my husband and my husband family. I don't have anybody here except myself. So I wanted to bring my family here. And I know through this digital online business, because it's already happened to other people, the other business partner around the world, that they were able to bring their family in the in what country they are to be together. And that's what I hope so for my own self, because bringing your family in the United States, you make sure you have everything that you can support your family, because that is one of those immigration regulation. You can't bring your family here if you cannot support them. So venturing to this business because I really want them to have a good life, also like able to experience what I have here in the United States. So I wanted to bring them over here. But if I rely on one of my job, I won't be able to do that. So that's why I venture into this digital online business.
Thank you,
Yes,
Annie.
yes. Well, That,
Thank
that that's that's a big why. Family is always very important, and I think all of us, or most of us, joined this business because we want it more for us and for our family, especially to have time for them. To be able to enjoy them and to decide what we want to do every day instead of being held to a schedule where we have to go to work for a 9 to 5 job and then only have the afternoons, the evenings, or the nights to spend with our loved ones. So, you know, I joined the business for the same reason, because I wanted more time for my kids. I wanted more time for my parents. And because, as immigrants, we travel a lot. Sometimes we travel for vacation, but a lot of times we travel back home to see our families. And so we want to have that time to go see our families without um, having to worry about only getting a couple of days to go see them, or a week, because when you go out of the country, it's very expensive, and it's not really worth going for a week to see your family, because you don't even have time to enjoy them, because you're always rushing and trying to do whatever you have to do in those little bit of days that you get. So I totally get the reasons why you joined this business.
Thank you.
So yes,
Yes.
I want to say, Annie, oh, sorry. So Annie, I want to say, like, I resonate a bit with you, with your background and your motivation to start looking for something different outside of what you were doing, that you were comfortable. I'm also a nurse. I'm an RPN, and I'm also by myself here in Canada. All my family's back home in Cuba, and I don't know. Like, my goal was, I realized that when I started working as a nurse in 2020, and I was like, I was working as a nurse. I was doing a lot of hours. I was making a good money, but I wasn't having enough time for myself or for my spouse. And most of the nurses that were working with me, they have two jobs. And I was like, okay, I need another job, because whatever about, when you get that amount of money, you're like always looking for another way to, like, to have more money or something like that. But how can I get more money without compromising the time with my husband or my family? And that's when I was like, oh, maybe I should start something online. And that's when the idea came from. And I always want to retire my mom at the same time, but I couldn't do that if I just have my 9 to 5 work. And when I came up with this business, like, I came up with it, and I decided this is something that I would like to do. It just completely changed. Like, just thinking that, I don't know, most of the nurses out there, like, they have 2 to 3 jobs just to have that income that and they are not there for their family and for themselves. We are compromising our health and the time with the family. Like, that doesn't come back. Like, I understand the pain of Isabel too. Like, Isabel always telling us, like, her wives, and not being there for, like, feeling like you're not there for your kids is something hard. So I really resonate with what you say. And I'm really happy that you shared that with us.
Thank you.
Um, yes, time, freedom, flexibility is a common thing that I get to hear from my fellow business partners. And that was my story the minute I arrived here in Mexico. I was looking for something I can do that will give me time, freedom, flexibility. As I've already said, I come all the way from Africa, from Kenya. And this business gave me an opportunity to give me what I was looking for: freedom, time, and flexibility, because actually I was facing language barrier. And even beside that, it gave me the possibility to move again with my business to United States. So I really love to hear different whys that we have when we start this business, because there's always something interesting to hear when you hear people's story. And one of the major things is that people are looking for something that will give them freedom, to work anywhere, freedom to have time to take care of their children and just enjoy life in abundance. That's the focal point and the goal of life. Enjoy life in abundance with your loved ones, work anywhere you want, enjoy life. So thank you so much. I'm really happy to hear everyone's story. Yeah, back to you, Sandy.
Thank you, Melissa. So we have some comments. Just a sec. So we have Ernest Oladell. Thank you very much, Ernest, for watching. He's saying hi. So thank you so much.
Hello.
Hello.
And yeah, so
Hi, Ernest.
my reason for just give me a sec. Okay, so my reason, why it motivated me to start this entrepreneurial venture, I always been looking for something, like I can take with me, like a business that I can take with me, anywhere. I wasn't able to find it until last year, and I think, like sometimes God puts some obstacles in your way to be able to find the things that you need to go. So in my case, it was the US film strike in the US, like I said. So like last year, for the rest of, I think it's the strike started like in May and it was all the way to December. So a lot of people were out of jobs. So because of that, like usually doesn't take that long. So when I saw this was taking, I started to look around, and then that's how I end up finding this online business. And then it checked all the boxes for me. I wanted to be able to, I have Asian parents, so I want to be able to spend time with them, and working in the movie industry, it wouldn't allow me to do that because I work 12 hours per day, Monday to Friday, and then that's not counting, the time that it takes me to take to the production office, depending where they are. um, so yeah, so I wanted to be able to have that time with them, be able to spend time to travel with them. Also, my family visiting my brother and my sister in the US, like they're in different, they're like in the east and the west side of the US. So family to me is very important, so being able to go visit them, and visit my family in Panama too, so it's very important, and I love to travel. So uh that's why this business, it gives you that flexibility to take your business with you anywhere you go and continue doing it and be able to have those memories together as a family, so that's my reason why.
Our second question is, what led you to choose this particular online business opportunity?
Wow, that's a good question. Well, like as a nurse, right? We always juggle. We're constrained of time, and there's so many benefits to this business. And one thing that really caught me about is the flexibility, because, like I said, as a nurse, like you all guys, I have two jobs. Okay, I have full time and I have part time, and I have a family that I have to take care. And aside from that, I have also my own life. And so to be able to do this business because of this flexibility, I was able to do this, because you can actually do this in between your job. You don't have to give up your job to do this business. You can actually spend 2, 3 hours and run your business, right? With your cell phone, with your laptop, and as long as you have a good internet. Sometimes I use my data. So, but that is one thing that caught me here is the flexibility, because if I have to do a business that I have to be there presently, I can't do that, because what's going to happen to my other job? I either have to quit that job and just focus on that business, or so that's why one of that thing that really caught me first is the flexibility, because I can do this business anywhere, anytime. And for me, it fits my lifestyle as a nurse, because I'm always constrained of time. I'm always on the go, and this business is on the go. So it doesn't really you don't have to be stuck in one place, right? And another thing is the selling. No selling. I don't sell. I can't sell. This way, I don't do selling, because I will lose the business if I do selling, because I will like feel sorry for the person. I just give my business. So I don't. I am an introvert person. That's why uh, I don't like approaching people when it comes doing selling or demonstrating. And that's one thing also that I like about this is without selling and without bugging people, because a lot of people are bug you, and I know how it feels to be bugged by other people. I get irritated when somebody keep pushing the product to me, especially I'm not interested. So no selling is one of those, because for an introvert person, I don't really like to go door to door and asking people spend maybe how many hours of them just to show up your business, right? Your product, whatever you're trying to sell. And that's one of those great thing about this. That's the first thing that caught me, because the rest, yes, of course, there's so many, and of course, the high commission, right? Especially when I get into these private group, our global private group, where it is. I can't mention the name here, but when you see those people that are ordinary people that are doing really great because of this business, changing their life because of this business, and I was like, well, I am an ordinary, I'm a nurse, right? And there's people that doesn't have a job, that are just ordinary people, and there are making more money than me. So if they can do that, I can do that too, right? So those are the things that really caught into my eyes. And of course, we have our training also, right?
Mhm.
Uh, because for me, I don't have a marketing strategy. I don't have a marketing experience. I am a nurse. I'm more in healthcare. Although this is my first business that I own, but it didn't really stop me because we have this step-by-step training that our leaders, our founders, and that provide there, and you can access it anywhere, anytime. So that's it for me.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so
Thank
thank you so
you.
much. Yes, apart from flexibility, which most of us we can resonate with that, and the financial gain that we attain from this business, I just want to add also the aspect of personal development that comes in with this business. It's a business that is going to help you grow mind-wise and see things in a bigger picture because of the community. The community comes in and it helps one to achieve their goals. So those are made, and a lot of advantages we have, but I won't go to the list because we have other people who need to talk about that. But thank you. We really appreciate for sharing that.
Thank you.
Yes, I think, like you, the reason why I joined this business is because I love the portability and the flexibility we have with it.
Mhm.
Because, as a mother, I didn't want to take another job where I would have to be away from home, away from my children, because that wasn't going to solve any of my problems. I wanted more quality time with my kids, not time away from them. So when I saw the benefits from this opportunity, I was like amazed. I was like, yes, this is what I've been looking for. The only held back in this, the thing I didn't like, the thing I didn't think I could do was the lives, the time that I would have to spend in front of a camera or in front of a social media page. That's the thing I didn't like at the beginning, but everything else I loved because it was the things that I was looking for. But with time and with practice, I've been doing better and overcoming those fears of going live and being in front of a camera. And I think everything is possible because with practice, you can do whatever you have in your mind and you decide to change in your life. So I'm just happy that we found this business and that we have so many opportunities with it. At the beginning, you have so much personal growth, so much knowledge, and you're learning and meeting so many people. And then, like you said, we have great commissions apart from everything. So why not join? So I think we're in the right place, and I'm happy that we're here.
Thank you.
Um, yes. Yeah. For me too. It was the flexibility, the portability of the business. Like I mentioned before. Like I was looking for something. Like I can be with my parents. Because my parents are aging, and also be able to leave. Another thing that I also like about this business is that I'm able to retire early. So that's what I'm looking for because I don't see myself working those 12 hours until I'm 67 years old. So I'm working towards that, to be able to retire early, and then, be able to spend and enjoy my parents, and eventually, I will have to take care of them. So I want to be there for them. So. That's
So
my
yeah,
reason.
yeah, that's awesome. I also like when I was presented with the business and to make a decision if I want to go for it or not. I realized it a part of the commissions. Let's be real. We're doing the business for a reason. But a part of the commissions that were, I was like completely like, I was like, wow, is this even possible? Like and I understood how that worked. I was sold on that part, but I was also sold on the portability. As I already said before, I did want a second job. I did want to do something without taking my time, taking my time away, because I realized it, that wasn't spending enough time with my spouse, and I didn't have enough time for, like, I wasn't making enough to retire my mom back home. So I was like, it's just change you, like, change your mind, like Melissa said, like your way of thinking, your develop with that. So that's one of the reasons that I decided. I was like, wow, this is opportunity for me. But I also want to say, just for people that are a little bit um like on the fence, on doesn't know, just think about it. How much will it take you if you want to open like a normal business? As you know, you like, if you want to go for, like, let's go for the simple one, a franchisee as a restaurant. You have to have time, you have to be there. The 20, like the 12 hours is open the business, to greeting the people that coming in, making sure that, like, I know the food is processed and all of that, you're delivering quality of time, and doing all of that on a franchisee. Of course, it's different than online, but doing all of that work from home, like we are right now, and be at the same time with your loved ones, or doing things that are important to you, or even when you're on vacation. Like, and you can run this business at the same time without compromising the things that you like and you love, is what like, it make you think, like, that you are on the right track, that you found the right business for you. So I'm really get all excited about the business. I always, let me tell, I think you guys know that, for all everyone they follow us, me and Isabel, we have the same problem. We didn't like, and we were not sure about this presenting ourselves on the camera. I don't like to, like, I take 2 or 3 pictures, but I am a little like a private person. And taking that shift, it's not because we're bragging about what we're doing, bragging. It's just showing to the people that is something else out there. It's something else from the 9 to 5, that it can change your life. So I think that's the way that we found to share this opportunity with the world, and we're pretty proud. We're getting better on the computer, on the camera. But that's the main thing. But everything came out with challenge, and that's the most important thing. And we believe on this business, and we're sharing with you guys.
Can I add something?
Yeah,
So
sure.
of course.
Okay, yeah. Also, what I like about this, the automation, and because really this business work behind the scene, even though you're sleeping, this is like when I'm working, I don't have to worry about my business not doing anything, because sometimes you see your face, I mean your phone, there's like blessings from around the world that is popping up, and it's like, and you're not even there. And that's one thing, because really, if you have your own traditional business, you have to be there to have some customer. But this one, because we are global and automation runs behind the scene, and it's really taking care of those hard part for us. We are just doing the 10% of this. And but that really saved me time also, because even though I don't have to worry that my business is not running, because even though when I'm asleep in the morning, when I wake up, I got all these blessings and my email is like, well, where can you get that kind of business, right? To be able to get those beautiful soul that want to check out this business, where can you get that? If I have to do my traditional business, I have to really uh, personally, be there. So that's one thing about that. That is really I like also about this business. Of course, the support of the community. I mean, I don't know. I never had a business before, so I don't know how they run, if they have support. But in this business, we have so much support from the community. So that's one thing also that I like. So thank you.
Thank you, Annie. So we have another comment from Annalene Ambawas. She
That's
says,
my
"Hello,
friend.
watching from the Netherlands."
Yeah. Hi, Annalyn. Thank you for watching.
Yeah, thank you
Hi,
for watching, Annalene.
Annalyn.
Um, So yeah, just adding to what Isabel and Jesse mentioned about the lives, the same thing for me. Even though I work in the movie industry, I don't like to be in front of the camera. I like to be behind the camera. I'm also like very shy person to be in front of the camera and reserved. Like these lives, like I'm getting better, but like I'm very shy to doing lives like on the street, like for example, because like I see people are watching me, so I feel like okay, like I get very very shy, but I'm working on it, like Isabel is saying, we're working on it, and we're trying to get better. So like practice makes perfection, so we're working on that. And then also that also help us to build confidence, because um many times we don't have that confidence when we present ourselves, so this is a great opportunity, how this business, helps you to grow as a person. Like if you see, how, we evaluate ourselves, when we started this business and where we are today, we can see how much we have grown. So the business not always give you like financially, um, results, like it gives us all different types of results, like self-development, like Melissa was mentioning, so it's a lot of things that you gain from this business, from the benefits, like more family time, be able to travel, be able to retire early, growth. So yeah, so it's a great opportunity, like what this business has offered to all of us, and like when you want something, even though like I didn't like to be in front of the camera, I did it because I wanna reach what I want to fight for what I want, for my dreams. And if I have to do, and I will do it, like even if it's scary, like I had to overcome my fear, like my first lives were very scary, just to press that live button, but I did it, so and now I'm much better. So it's just building that confidence to do the things, and and keep learning and growing as we go in our journey. Okay, so the third question.
All right, so Annie, we love this question. We love talking about this part. So there you go. So how has our online training program impacted your journey in this business?
Oh, that's a good question. Well, our training, like I said earlier, we have a step by step, an easy training to follow. Like like I said, I come from being a nurse. I don't have any marketing experience, so to be able to do this business online, and because of our training, it did really help me to start easily. Of course, we have to learn. I mean, we have to learn different kind of training, especially how you do posting in social media, how to do everything that you need to deliver your service, this opportunity, to share to other people that needed it. And the training is really easy to follow. I mean, there is no wrong. I mean, everybody that has been successful in this business use the same training, and and they are successful. And also, it really helped me not to worry that I cannot do the business, because really the training is just, to me, is the one of the blueprint of our business. The blueprint of our business is the training, because if that training is not available, we have to actually like what I'm gonna say is, like, if you do other business, you have to pay for the training. And how much is that? It's too expensive, right? I'm sure for every training that they have to do, they have to pay. But our training is free and you can access it anytime. And it's just easy to follow. I mean, if I didn't have that training right there, they didn't give us any training, I probably have to struggle, because of I don't really have any experience in marketing. And to be able to transition being from healthcare to entrepreneur, that's going to be a challenge for me. And if there's no training available there that we can actually access anytime, because I would probably have to struggle to start this business, but I did not struggle with it because I always go back to the training. And also we have mastermind every um, Wednesday that our leaders, our leaders from different part of the world that willing to share, and that works for their business, that hopefully will works for our business. And those are like the golden nuggets that you cannot get that from different other business. I don't know. This is my first business, so I'm just trying to say, because if you do traditional business, you have to pay for all this training, and how much it costs. It costs a lot of money, you know. So that is for me.
So yes, that's well said, and that's good. People get a little bit curious about the training too. Sometimes they say, well, yeah, when we say, like, after you decided you want to do this business and you say yes and you go for it, that's it. You get the training free, as you say. It's not like something that you have to renew it every 4 or 5 years. That you have to, like, down there they call, I don't know how you call that. Do you know how you call that, Sandy? It's a
Like a
renewable
membership.
thing, a
Yeah, like
membership.
a
It's not like
membership
Oh,
fee, monthly
membership.
fee. Yeah.
Yes, it's not like you paying a membership every 3 months or every a year or something like that. No, that's not here. And it's not just that. You get the training and it's updated every time. So it's not like you're getting information for 5 years ago that is not related with the new technology going out right now. That is always updating, guys. It's not that amazing. Like, you think about it, how much work is on the background to get all of this. So we get and like, how you say, like, we get training, again, the same word, about the new technologies and the new um they're happening right now, and that we have access to it. And it's not, everyone learn different. So it's not like here's a paper, figure it out. Like, you have it's a video based training, so you take your time. There is no rush. It's not something that you have to finish, I don't know, chapter one in a week or 2 weeks. No, no, no. You take your time because it's your business. You want to make sure you are ready, and you are sick. Um you know what you're doing. So you take your time with your business. If it take you a month, is okay. If it take you 6 months, it's okay. You learn at your own pace. That's the good part of this business. It's not rush. It's not like you have to get things done. No, no, no. You take your time, and it's a video base, so it's easy to follow. Easy to understand for the people out there that doesn't speak the English as most of us or know well. You can have your subtitles and all that kind of stuff. We also looking right now, we're updating all everything, and we're going to have there are a lot of language coming on. So it's something that we are proud of, and we are happy that we have this, and we're happy that we're not paying extra for it. So there you go, guys. You got all the training. Wow.
Yes. The thing about the training is our training is so detailed, right? It has so much stuff in there, and it was created with people with no experience in having a business before. Like, it's so detailed, and you can find everything from starting your business from scratch to having a lot of material about mindset development, because that's the thing that we have to work on, because we can all follow the training to set up our business and to run our pages and do that. But then a lot of times we're lacking a lot in mindset, and just we're not confident in ourselves. And so the training has that in there too. And like Amy said, you can get to the training all the time. Is there for you 24 hours a day. So anytime when you have time and you're really thinking about, okay, how can I get better in this, or I don't know how to do this, you can always go and research and check and see how that really works. So Jesse already mentioned it. We don't have to pay for the training. It's always getting updated. We're always getting it better to match with everything else in social media that gets upgraded and our training is so good and so detailed. And really, even if English is not your first language, you can still understand the training with just basic English, because like Jesse said, it's video based. So, you can repeat the video as many times as you need to till you really understand what they're telling you in the training. So I really love that part about the training, that you can get to it whenever you want, and you can go at your own pace. You don't have to rush through it, because you're going to have it. They're not going to take it from you. So that's the difference between our business opportunity and some other ones now, because so many other ones, you have to pay for upgrades, you have to pay for the training itself, you have to pay a monthly fee for so many things. So we're just very lucky that we have all these and we don't have to pay anything extra for it.
Um, I just want to add a few things in regards to the training that we have, how it has impacted me personally as an online entrepreneur. First of all, I want to say, as you have shared, this is a comprehensive training that I've ever seen. I've never seen a comprehensive training. And when I say it's comprehensive, I don't mean to say that it is hard. It is easy to understand. It comes with English that is easy to understand. And beside that, as you have all said, it comes in with multiple languages that you can use. If English is not your first language, you can always, go through the training with your language. And beside that, we keep updating the training. But let me just add quickly how the training has impacted me on my personal journey. One of them is that I've been able to learn how to use different tools in business. Some of these tools actually I had never heard of them. Like Canva. It's a tool that I've learned how to use, play around with it. As you can see, when we come here online, we are using some of these tools to leverage on social media and look professional. So that's one of the tools that I use daily. If not daily, every weekly I use it. Artificial intelligence. So beside that, we have a lot of success stories that you can always go and listen to, be inspired, success stories of years back then, 2019, and see and hear people's stories, and you really get encouraged. Yes, it's a step-by-step process. So I remember when I started this business, the first time I saw the training, I was so scared. I was like, oh my God, this is just a lot. But then my mentor was like, relax, do it at your own pace. We are used to being bombarded, like you need to finish, do it very fast, do it at your own pace. And I remember anytime I got stuck while I was going through my training, I will go back. The first time, maybe I will not understand it, but then I will go back and look at it, repetition, and then I will understand, and then I'll get the confidence to keep going. Yeah. So that's one of some of amazing things that have really impacted me in my journey of entrepreneurship, through this training. Yeah. So for anyone who is out there and you're wondering, like, oh my God, how can I make it through with this training and all that? No, it's not hard. You just need to believe in yourself. Yes, it's comprehensive, but at the same time, it's not something that is hard for you. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Melissa. Um,
Thank you.
I want to talk a little bit about, like how our online training program started, that's one of the things that, we have here, like our community, our global community. So our company, like our community started like back 7 years ago. So when they started with the training, it was only the founder, that was doing the videos every, like, I don't know how many, like 2 or 3 times per week. He was recording, and for people to learn. And then, like the community started to grow, and then they started to get together and they say, we need to start training the new business owners, right? So they got together, and how this is the training committee, from our community started um, to start working and grow, in all this training that we have today. So it has grown, from what it used to be to now, and it keeps growing. Like we are keeping adding more things that within. Like for example, we didn't have Canva training before, and now we do have Canva training in our training. So there's a lot of stuff that like they keep adding, because we gotta keep up with the trend that is happening out there. Technology, all the different social media trends that are out there. So because of our global community, we have that collaboration from everyone. Everyone inputs into it, and that's how we get better in our training. And like Jesse was mentioning, about the we don't have to pay. So this is like, for what you one time fee that you pay for the amount that you get on this training, it's amazing, because you have so much knowledge that you're gonna get from these trainings. And besides the training that we have, like the video based training, right, we also have twice per week masterminds, where we have one for the new business owners. So we train them, like on the all the new process that they need to learn. We also have the Wednesday masterminds, where we have, that's for the entire business owner community, where like we share success stories, from people from the business owner community. And those are really very inspiring, like it keeps you motivated, because many times we think, like, like we're having a hard time, like doing our during our business journey. But when we see other people, their time was even worse, but they managed, to succeed, so that inspires us to proceed and then continue, and reach for our goals. So motivation, mindset, that's very important, like to keep on this training. So the online training program that we are provided in this online global business community, it's amazing. It's for what we paid, the one-time fee that we paid, is there's no price for what we get. We have some comments, so let me just bring the comments here. So Annalyn Ambawas, she say, I love the overlays, the templates, just whoa, keep it up. Um, she also say, yes to more family time. We also have Pat Keating sending flowers. Thank you, Pat Keating, for always being in our
Thank you,
lives.
Pat.
Thank you, Pat.
Thank
And thank you,
you.
Annalene.
Yes,
Thank you,
thank you, Annalyn,
Pauline.
for the comments. Okay, so the next is out. Um,
Okay, next question. What motivated you to embark in this
oh, sorry.
entrepreneurial venture?
Sorry, Isabel. That's my mistake. Sorry. Just give me a sec.
That's what happened when you're live, eh? So you guys know we're no robots. We're real people.
Okay, sorry about that. Which features of your business do you enjoy the most?
Do I enjoy my branding? Oh, well, my branding, because my branding is my story. That is my own unique story. So that's what I enjoy the most, because I wanted to share to the world who am I? Why did I venture into this business? And who I'm targeting with, That's what the picture that I like about the most that I like in my business is doing my branding, because that really tells about me. It's about me. I mean, everybody have different unique story. You guys have different branding on your own, but even though we work in the same field, we still have our own unique story, and you can share that through your branding. And that's why I love. That's the best part for me, is the branding. That's all for me.
Thank you, thank you. I think that I understand. You're saying that you enjoy that the most. Just showing who you are. And what you have to offer. I think I struggled with that a little bit at the beginning because, like I said, I had no experience. I didn't know how to create anything, and I struggle a lot to create my content and to really find my brand. But it took me time, but I found it, and so I'm proud of that. But the thing I like the most about the business, I think, is collaboration. Just finding the people to collaborate with, and to just create ideas together and do projects together. Just surrounding yourself with the right people. It's just the thing that I love the most. I really enjoy it. I love making the friendships, the connections, and traveling. To see the people in person, because since we work online, we always talk like we are now. We met online, we are talking online, and so we don't get to see each other in person that much. And when we do, I just love that, because it's different. And then when you meet the people in person, it's like, wow, you've known them for so long, and just now you get to really be with them. So I enjoy the part of making friendships and great collaborations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Apart from my why, another thing that I love about this business, and we've always mentioned this here several times, is flexibility, portability. I come all the way from Africa. I'm here in Mexico doing this business, and that is one of amazing things I love about this business. Number three is the community. We can never stop talking about the community, the collaboration that we have, the integrity that we have in the community. As you can see, we are here, we are coming from different parts of the globe. Canada, USA, Mexico, yes. And I'm always looking forward to meeting you here on Sundays to talk about this business, because this business, oh my God, is everything. It's everything for us at this moment. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, for me, as the flexibility and portability is also the community. That's one of the things that sold me out when I first joined the business. Uh, Being able to see, how like the community is like a family, and meeting like you get to meet people every time, and you make new connections, and it's a global community. It's around the globe, so we have made like so many connections along our journey, and I'm sure we're going to continue meeting some more people as we go. And this is amazing, like be able to create like friendships, like I met Jesse, I met Isabel, I met Melissa challenge, and now I met Annie, like every time, like we work in this business, we met new people, we create new connections, and like like all of you guys have mentioned, the collaboration, like creating ideas, working together, as a team, it's amazing, like how this community is, because the community is always there for you to celebrate big milestones, small milestones, being there also for, like when you need help with the training, there's always someone there that will be able to help you, because we are global, there's 24/7 someone is going to be able to answer, and then you make a new person, in the that way. Also, sometimes, like any business, you have your ups and downs. So when you're down, they are there for you to support you. So this is what I love, besides, the flexibility, is the community. That's one of my main ones. Do you want to say something, Jesse, or to the next one?
We can go to the next one, but it's the same thing. I like the collaboration, with what we have and the support. That doesn't matter if it's something for good, like a good thing that happened on the business, or something proud that you add. If they're also the community that are there for you when you need it the most. When sometimes when something happened with your family, or something related with your health or something like that, the community is there to support you. And just knowing that you have someone else um that you can relate, and um like it will they have your back, and like we don't know each other like in real life, like it's not like we're neighbors, but like if I have an issue something, I can call Annie, I can call Isa, I can call Sandy and Melissa with no problem and talk with them. And sometimes just a talk with someone else, it will make you feel better. And we have that in this community, and that's what's something that we're proud with, the collaboration and the support that we get from each other.
Yes. We have a comment. Just give a sec. So we have Pat Keating. He say, "Love your enthusiasm." Thank you, Pat Keating.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
Pat.
Thank you.
Okay, so the next question.
Okay, so our next question is, were you initially skeptical, and what would you say to those who still have doubts?
Well, I can say 100% skeptical when I saw this business because, like I always say, I mean, when you see a business presenting to you online, you have to be skeptical. It's not because you have to be wary about there because there's so much scammer online, and it's so understandable to be skeptical because you don't know about it, right? But like on my own experience, why I've been skeptical because I was scammed before. Yeah. So I have to be careful what I have to join because right now there's so many bad people out there trying to scam other people, good people. So it's okay to be skeptical because one reason about that is to prevent you from jumping into something that you don't know what it is all about, you know. But the good thing about this business is you always have to check it out. I mean, that is why we have a webinar, pre-webinar, because that's the first thing that you can check out. Check it out if this business is real, if this business is not. You can Google it, you can check it out and do your diligent part to check this business out. And because this business also, whether this business is legit, because I can tell you it's legit because you file taxes in this business. So, uh, but yeah, I was skeptical the first time, and but it did not stop me. It did not stop me from going for it because if I'm always skeptical, if I always stop me, that's why I said I did my due diligence of checking this out, and I found out that it's real, it's legit. So I went ahead. So it's okay to be skeptical, because it prevents you from making a decision without even checking it out. I mean, but don't use skepticism as going for your after your dream, because if everything that presented to you, you always make your decision, oh, that is a scam, that is this and that. That's why you need to check it out before you decide. So for everyone that um, skeptical, for everybody that looking for opportunity, but they think that everything is scam, check this business out. That's why we have a free webinar every Tuesday and Thursday, and it's free. So you can check it out whether this business is for you, whether this business is legit. So that is the first thing that you have to do. Okay, you can register into our website. It's right there on the screen, and you can check it out. Don't stop you from going after your dream because uh, you think that everything that is presented to you is not great. It's not good. It's bad thing, right? I know that our business is not. Our business is legit. We pay taxes, and it's operating in 25 countries around the globe, and we actually uh, everything is tax write-off. So all I can say is take action, take action, take action, and check this business out. Thank you.
Thank you. Um,
Thank
what I
you,
what
Annie.
you
Thank
want
you.
Yeah. Okay, let me quickly add to this. I know most people say they were skeptical, but for me, I was not. I count myself as those who are not skeptical because for me, it was an answered prayer. I mean, I'd been praying, and for a long time, I was looking for something that I could do online. So for me, it was an answered prayer. But yes, I totally understand where the fears of skepticism come in because it's working online. Yes. But when we always come here, we are always saying you have the right to do all the diligent and research that you need to do before you start any business, not just particularly this business. You need to know what kind of a business it is. You have the freedom to do all the research. And as Annie has said, it all begins by watching our free webinar. So when you start watching the free webinar, I'm very sure after you watch the free webinar, you'll have questions that you'll have. You can always go back and ask the questions that you are. So as we said, we always say it's step-by-step process. So ask questions. When you ask questions, you will get the answers. But at the end of the day, if you have 90%, confidence, or like this is what I want to do, and maybe it's just like 10% that is remaining, I think that is enough, because sometimes we really don't know how the business will be in the next 5 years. You cannot predict the future. So sometimes it's just taking the leap of faith and believing that you're gonna make it. Yeah, because you won't get all the answers at that moment. But once you have that peace within your heart, yes, what you want is to have that peace in your heart that this is what I want to do. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to add. Thank you, Annie, for sharing
Thank
this.
you.
Thank you. I wasn't skeptical. I think for me too, like it was, I think there were too many things that were aligned at the same time. So that's why, like I was not skeptical. However, once, I joined the Facebook private group, and then I started to see, like all the results from the members of our community. To me, was like, oh my God, it looks too good to be true, so it was like that. But it's normal to see and to think that, because we don't understand how things work. But once we are in the business and we start seeing, okay, now I know how they're getting those results. But yeah, that was the only thing for me, like I was seeing, oh, it looks too good to be true. But I was not skeptical, and like I said, because of all the things that align to my life at that time I joined this business.
Yeah,
I
I
was
wasn't.
a skeptical.
I wasn't a skeptical either, but my husband was, So I had to like talk to him and everything, and then to get him to let me to join the business. I just wanted his approval to join the business, and he kept saying that he didn't think it was true, that he thought it was a scam and all that, and I couldn't get him to change his mind about the business. So I decided to join the business, and then after I joined the business, when my product arrived at the door, that's when I told him, okay, well, I joined the business, because he asked me, he's like, "What are these boxes for?" And so I couldn't hide it from him anymore, and I had to tell him that I had joined the business. And he wasn't mad or anything. He just told me that I had taken on a responsibility that I had to like commit to doing the business, not to just let it go to waste, or just not do anything with it. And so ever since I started my business, I've been working on it. I'm committed, and I work on my business every day. So that's my part about the skeptical part.
As I said before, I did was a skeptical a little bit. And not too much, but it's okay to be skeptical. When you're afraid of something, that's good. It's something that give you, you have that fear, you give you more motivation to learn more what's going on. So I was a little skeptical. When I told my husband about it, he was really skeptical, and he was telling me like, this is not good. You know how many scams out there. It's up to you, but I don't think you should be doing this. And as soon as I was put on the private group, and I start seeing all these people, like you are like, wow, maybe it's real, because you see, no, that's not gonna be possible. Yeah, and then I start googling. I start researching up all these people that came up every time, making sure, looking their Facebook and making sure they were real, because they are out there so many things. But I was like, you know what? If I started business because was another nurse who talked about it. I was like, if I know her and I work with her, she will not scam me, eh? I was like, okay, I will do it. I still have, when you wait for the 30 days, is you pay the first time, you learn about the business, and you have 30 days that you decided if the 30 days guarantee. I was like, I can do this. I was like, oh, because I'm always looking for time. I was like, okay, that's just like 2 hours on my day on my paycheck. I can do this. But I researched all these people, and then I started realizing that, wow, this is something real, and it's not something that is happening for 6 months. It's something that was there over 3 or 4. At that time, I think it was 4 years that the business was going on when I started. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's real and it's around the world. So yes, after that, I was sold. But yeah, it's okay to be skeptical. That give you a little bit of like a fear, but when you're skeptical, you say, oh, this is you are. I don't know, you are like enthusiastic about it because you want to know more. But that doesn't mean it will stop you to moving forward. Don't let your fear to stop you moving forward. Just try it. Like, why not? It's just a free webinar if you register. And if you decide to continue and you have still 30 days, and then you can decide that you can make an informed decision this if this business is for you. So that's what I would say.
Can I
You
add
know,
something?
one thing I
Yes.
wanted to add. One thing I wanted to add, when my husband told me that he didn't think it was a legit business and all that, and I was thinking to myself, can I afford to lose $149? Can I afford to do that? And I was like, how much is $149? So when I made my mind, I'm like, I'm just gonna pay that. If it's a scam and they decide to take my money, at least it's not gonna break me. I'll be okay without the 149. And that's how I made my decision, to join and pay the 149 fee at the beginning, because we spend money. A lot of times we spend more than that on something that we don't even need. And so I was like, this is for a benefit. This is going to help me. If this is a true business, 149 is not that much. And so that's how I made my decision for paying the 149 fee at the beginning.
Can I add?
Yes, yes, you
Yeah.
can.
Yeah. I was just talking about
Yes.
the skepticism about family, because really when I actually started this business without telling my husband. That's how I am. I mean, but when my husband found this out, he was so furious. He was really mad at me because I said, this is scam, this and that. And even my in-law was really also really against about it, because sometimes they Google things and they just get the wrong information, And then all I said to them is like, believe on me. You know me as a person. You know me. Believe on me, and that this business is gonna work for me. And I mean, let me do it because I really want this. I really want this business, not for myself. It's for my family and for everyone, for you. And I said, if this work, you're gonna be benefit about this. And this is for like a legacy. I'm building a legacy that I can pass down to my family, to my niece, my nephew, since I don't have a kid. I have a niece that I'm sending to nursing school. And I have nephews. I have brothers and sisters that I can give this to them if one day I decided I want to have a break. And that is one thing about this business. Is like, this why when they were not happy, when they were skeptical, they were very, very skeptical. But my husband now is actually accepted it, because he is saying that I am enjoying it, that it's changed me personally. It changed me in a good way, not in a bad way. Okay. It really develops me in a different person. And because like right now, I never done any live before. Okay. I don't like going live, and to be able here to speak my mind to whoever's watching, whoever's watching around the world is that's a big change for me. I mean, it's developed my confidence talking in front of the camera, whether somebody's watching or not. That I can actually do it confidently, and that I don't really like going live because I get shake, I get clammy, and everything is gone. Even though I have a good good topic that I want to discuss. Is just like when I turn the live, it's like, oh my goodness, everything is just like disappear because I was so nervous. But now I can actually do this, and my husband see it, and he said to me like, I saw that you're enjoying it, and I am glad that you're enjoying your business. But I did not ask him to join this business, or no, I don't even bother my husband, but he does participate in my selfie or something else. That's mostly he does, but he knows that I am enjoying the business, and that it did change me, um, develop me personally, not only professionally but personally. So it's okay to be skeptical. It's okay the family to be skeptical because they are protecting you from getting harmed, and that is okay. And I did not get that as like an offended. I talked to my husband, just let me do this business, and see it what's gonna happen. I mean, it's easy. I mean, it's too early to say that this business is not gonna work, or something like that, because it's right now. I have discovered so much about myself doing this business that I never thought that I could do. So that's a big thing, big changes for me. So it's okay to be skeptical, everybody. Whoever's watching later on, live or replay, it's okay. But don't hold that against pursuing your goal, pursuing your dream, because if everything that you see online will stop you, you already make this self sabotage, you're not going to go further. So, thank you so much. I hope that you guys got values about it. Thank you.
I
Hey,
do
Annie,
have a
I just
question.
want to
Sorry.
clarify one thing.
Oh, hold
Oh,
on.
sorry. I do have I'm sorry, ladies. I do have a story I never said before. So when I got my first check, my husband was so skeptical. He was like, "I don't know why you're doing this." And when I got my first check, then he saw the and like for when he come, he opened the door and he said, "You got a check? I guess get ready for the $2 check." And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" And when we opened it, I was a good. We're talking about the good commission. He was like surprised. So since then, every time that I receive a check for our company, he do the dance with the check like so since he saw the first proof of the first check, he always have like he say if you want to do it, of course I will not stop you. But since that day, when I say he always support me more on the business. So that's something that I never say before, but it's something funny.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, I just wanted to clarify. We're not encouraging anybody to do the business without your husband's approval. We all know our personal situations. I am a very independent woman. I have worked all of my life. The reason I was asking my husband if I could do the business is because I want to keep the peace in the house. I want him to support me, to be there for me. But he didn't see the same things I saw. He wasn't really the one doing all the research about the business and everything. And so I had to tell him, a little bit at a time what the business was about. And I decided to take the business because I saw that it was a good opportunity. But I'm not encouraging anybody to go do the business without your husband's approval because you know your personal situation. So if that's gonna put you in a bad situation, I don't recommend it. I'm just telling you my personal journey in this business.
Thank you. Where am I? Oh, here. Yeah, I just want to say just a little bit. I was to relate to. I was like I relate to Isabel. On the $149. Like me too. Like when I saw the $149. I saw like, okay, what am I gonna, like it's okay for me to lose if I lose the $149, even though, like it says there like about 30 days. So for me, I saw that it wasn't something that I will regret. So I just went in, and then when I went inside, like I got to see about the business. So I was, like that's one of the reasons, like I say, like it's more aligned because, once I went in, I saw like it aligned to more of the things that was happening to me at the time. So that's what made me the decision to continue and pursue the business. Okay, so the next question, is prior experience necessary? And how can someone get started with this business?
Wow, prior experience? I don't think prior experience is necessary in this business. Maybe other business, but not in this business. Because, like I said, I don't have a prior experience. I came from a healthcare industry. My experience is more about taking care of people, nursing. So to be starting to do this business, I mean, you don't need to have a prior experience. I mean, it's good to have a prior experience because, it's going to be easier to transition, but you don't need it. It's not required because, like we already mentioned earlier, we have that comprehensive training, a step-by-step training, a friendly video training that is made by expert to ordinary people like us so that we can do this business easier. And we actually provide everything in here: the tools, the training, the mentoring, the support, the global support. And to be successful in this business, the only thing that you have is your drive, your biggest why, to start this business. That is the biggest thing, is your determination to change your life. Like, if you, for example, if you are living paycheck to paycheck, do you want to live paycheck to paycheck throughout your whole life? I mean, if you want to change your life, what are you gonna do to do that? You know. So that's for me. The prior experience is not, it's not necessary in this business. I mean, there's so many business partner in this globally, that from moms from different backgrounds, that know marketing experience, that are very very successful because we have that uh, training that we can access anytime, that was done by the expert for everyday people like us to be successful in this business. That's just for me. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Annie. Um, yeah, no, I don't think you need to have experience to join this business. I mean, we have people from all different backgrounds, and from different ages. Like we have people from 18 years old all the way to 85 years old. So if an 85-year-old person can do it, so can you. So don't think that like you need to have experience to join this business. Like if you have some experience on certain things, that really helps too, but you don't have to. Like I say, our training provides everything. It's all it's video based and it's step by step, so you can do it at your own pace. And then you also have support from your mentors and your coach and the community. So there's always someone there, like if you need more help or clarification on something that you don't understand, you can always ask someone and someone will be able to assist you on that.
Um, I want to add a few things. Of course, no prior experience is required in this business. That is one thing that everyone needs to know about that. And the beauty of this is that, we are coming from different professionals. We have nurses, we have lawyers, we have engineers, we have doctors. And when different professionals integrate together, there's something beautiful that comes in out there because you share ideas. If it's something related with IT, it's something to do with our training, there's someone who is out there and they can do that. If it's something related to sharing things about using different tools, we already have someone who has that knowledge about that. And beside that, even for us who are coming in without any experience, with time we are able to develop new skills. Yeah, I know for most people, when they see us doing this live, they think that it's mandatory for you to do this kind of lives. But the truth is, you don't need to do any lives. Actually, you can just do your posting. We are only doing this because we've reached a point where we feel it's necessary for us to, to improve our business. We want people to connect with us in a different way, but it's not something that you really need to do. You don't need to do go lives for you to fit in this business. We are only doing this because we've reached at a point where we feel that we have the confidence. And of course, to be confident, you don't need to have the feeling. It's about the mind. So we've sort of worked on our mind, and we see the necessity to do it because we want to grow. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Melissa. Do you want to say something, Isabel?
Sorry. You don't need prior experience to do the business. The only thing that you need to have motivation, and you have to be determined to really change your current situation. And you have to be open to learning, because you're going to learn so much with this business, with this opportunity. The training itself is just a lot to take in. So as long as you're open to that and willing to really change and commit to work on your business every day, that's all you need to start and to really change your current situation.
Okay, we're gonna go with the next question.
Okay, what advice would you offer to aspiring entrepreneurs?
Advice. Well, if you are new to this business, keep going. I know that going through this in this business is not always about. There's always up and downs in this business, right? But do not quit. Keep going, because that is a learning experience. Use that as a learning experience. Use that as a driving force to go farther. I mean, there's always challenges in every business that you do, even in your life. But don't quit. Like I said, when I started this business, I have so much challenges already in my life, in during this business, throughout my business journey. But it did not stop me, because I know what I want. I know what I'm going for, and I have my biggest why that keep me pushing to do much for this business. And so, to me, for all those that are losing hope sometimes because they don't see the result, please don't quit. If you need help, you can always reach out to us, and or reach out to anybody, reach out to our community. I mean, use those challenges to be as your driving force to push to the hard time, because that will make you really act a strong person. Those challenges is making you to be a stronger person. How you gonna overcome those? It's just one of those challenges that you have to find a way how to overcome those. That's why in this business really have to have a 100% mindset, because our mindset usually is the biggest obstacle. If you don't have that 100% mindset, you're gonna fail. You're gonna quit. But if you have the 100% mindset, nothing's gonna stop you. So, for those that are inspiring entrepreneur, go for it. Keep going for your goal. Thank you.
Thank you. For me, the advice I would offer to any aspiring entrepreneurs would be things that I learned, on my journey, is to have patience. Patience with yourself and patience with the business. Because some people are lucky and their business, start picking up right away. Some people, it takes a little bit longer. So that's okay. Like if you're the ones on the that takes a little bit longer to start, just be patient. Keep learning, keep doing your business. Because I think it's better to have a good foundation, because if you have a good foundation on your business, then you can move faster, than if you go too fast and then you don't have that foundation. Um so that's one of my things that say is have patience with you, have patience with the business. Another thing that I would say is stay plugged into the business. When I say that, like always, if you don't have time to do the business, at least watch the mastermind. Why? Because that keeps you motivated to keep going. The masterminds are one of the things that, like, I would recommend to anybody, because you have success stories there that, seeing their stories, it motivates you, it pushes you, like, and reminds you that why you joined this business, what is the reason that you're pursuing, to reach your goals. So keep plugging to the business. That's one of the advice that I would say. I think I had another one, but I can't remember. If I remember, I'll come back. So I don't know if someone wants to jump in.
Um, yes, I would love to add something. So, just to add on what everyone has said, I just want to say that for anyone who is aspiring to be an entrepreneur, have an open mind. It begins from there. So when we come here, we always say we have a free webinar every Tuesday and Thursday. That is something we keep saying when we are finishing up. So just in case you happen to see this live, and just check out our website, go there and register for a free webinar. It's free information, you don't need to pay. Then from there, just be curious, ask questions if you need to ask questions. And of course, as Sandy has said, everybody has their own journey once you start working. Yeah, just like any other business, even a traditional business, you need to put work on it. But sometimes everybody's journey is different. People are facing their own challenges, and that's why maybe their journey is a little bit slow. But that doesn't mean that they are behind. There are things that they are still celebrating every day in their journey of entrepreneurship. Yeah, so that's what I wanted to add for now.
Thank you, Melissa. I cannot remember. Sorry, sorry, Isabel. I'll bring you in a sec. Uh, yeah, I remember. Yeah, the other thing that I want to say, in terms of our online business community is like, we have different vlogs groups, like in our community. And so try to find someone, for example, like in your area. So if you that way you find other members, like in your community, that you can, meet ups and, like keep that friendship and push each other also. But also, one of the things that we have a group called for accountability partners. So there you can find someone like, who's doing the business like you, and you guys can, accountability each other for, your journey and going towards your goals and reaching those goals. So that's another tip that I would say to you guys.
Sandy, you came back and said the things I already had in mind, right?
I'm sorry.
It's okay. But one of the things I want to say, always focus on your why. That's what's going to keep you going. Always think about, why did I start this business? And believe me, every time you remember that reason, you're going to be motivated to keep going, and you're not going to be wanting to give up, because you started this for a reason, right? The other ones, be patient with the training at the beginning, because it can be overwhelming, especially if you're not tech savvy. It can be a little bit overwhelming, but you can do it, because so many of us that were not tech savvy at the beginning, we did it, we're here, we're doing the business, and we're overcoming so many fears already. So you really have to be patient, and don't think that this is not for you because you're not, social, you're not about technology or anything like that. Don't give up because of that. And then, Sandy came back and said the other reason I wanted to say is like, once you're in the business, always try to find members that you feel connected to. And you can do that through our private Facebook group. You can go to the members there and, just see their postings, see people that you feel that you can relate to. Or you can always find members in our vlog groups. There's so many groups. You can find some people that you can connect with there. Like Sandy said, you can always try to find out if there's a group of people around your city close by that you can meet and do some team development with them or whatever. So there's always ways to stay connected and to keep learning. So don't give up. Instead, do some research and find out who you can work with and keep going.
Thank you, Isabel. Okay, so the next question. Oh,
Should I ask?
yes, please.
Oh, okay. I didn't know it was me. Okay, so our next question is, how do you perceive the legacy that this business can create for your future?
Well, it's business. How do you perceive the legacy? Wow. So, like I mentioned that earlier, that this business, you build your own legacy because actually this business has the opportunity that you can actually pass it down to your family. You're doing this for long term. This is not a short term business. It's for a long term, like for your retirement, for your family. If you have a kid, you know, like you can actually leave them a legacy that they can actually work on it. I mean, the great thing about this business, when you leave the business or when you pass it down to your other family, whatever level you are still going to be the same level. You're not going to be deranking. That's one thing about this good business. This business is because if you start other business, when you have to go back, you have to start from the bottom. But this business doesn't do that. Wherever you left, that's where you have to go. I mean, you have to start. If you left from what level you are, that's what you have to start, and that's what your family is gonna start. You know, it's not you're not gonna lose this ranking. And yeah, the thing about what I really like about this business is you can actually, uh, pass it down to your family, and that's one thing about that because we are looking for something that is for the long term, that is not just like tomorrow you don't want to do it and you're not going to be able to because of so many reasons. But this one right here, you can actually take a break and go back and still the same thing. And the legacy of this is going to be, I don't know, forever. To me, it's forever because when I started this business, my legacy is I'm going to give this to my family, and hopefully one day when I'm not in this world anymore, they can continue the legacy that I leave. So that's for me.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Annie.
Annie.
Oh, go ahead, Melissa.
Uh, just a quick one. I just want to share a story. There's one mom from our community. She was sharing her story of how she has a daughter who is I think 18 years there or 19 years thereabout, and she has already started training her about the business because when she was 16 or 17 years around there, she was always asking her mom, what are you doing? So she got interested in learning how to use these tools that we are talking about that we leverage on social media. And now when the mom is not there, she has already picked up and she's always there helping her, to do the posting, to do a few things here and there. And she's so proud of her because she's only 18 years old and she's still going to college, but she has already started learning how to engage herself in this business. So it's just like the way you can have a traditional business and you're passing it over to another generation. Yeah, I commonly see that here in Mexico. Like we have small traditional business that when you hear the story that business was started by maybe a grandma or a grandpa, and the business has been running for maybe third generation, fourth generation. So it's possible. The same thing. I know we are talking about online, and people have never had anything like you can pass the legacy to your children and the children of your children. But you know what? This is one of the amazing features that we have in this business, that you can pass the legacy to your children. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
When to say, Isabel?
We can go to the next question, Sammy.
Okay, no more question, but okay,
Yeah.
I'll say, yeah. So I think the legacy, that this business is very good, because especially for those parents that have kids, you can pass. this business that you have to each one of your kids. So that's what many of our business owners in our community, they work towards, like creating that legacy for their family, for their kids, like so they will have something, like just in case, like because we never know, we don't know when we are here and when we leave this earth. So it's always to have something, that you can pass on to someone if something happens to you. So I think the legacy that we have on this business is one of the biggest future that we also love about this business, because we can pass it on to anybody. It doesn't have to, like, if you don't have, like, for example, I don't have kids, but I can pass it on to someone else that I wanted to pass the business to. So we have reached to the end of the live. Just let me see. Sorry. We have reached to the end of the lives, and just doing a little recap. Give me a sec. Okay, so just doing a little recap of what we touched today. So we talk about what motivates us to embark in this entrepreneurial venture. Like we have different reasons why we venture. We also, like what is it that made us decide to decide for this business? Because there's so many businesses out there. So what made us decide to this business? Sorry. And how was our online training, like what did online training, uh, benefit us, when we join this business, how has it impacted our lives, how it has changed our lives. And also, what are the futures that we enjoy the most? I think a lot of us, we have so many futures that we have in common that we loved. And that was one of the reasons that we enjoy this business. We also talk about the skeptical, like being skeptical, and the skeptical persons that are out there, like don't be skeptical, like just find out information, but don't stay there, because otherwise you're gonna be there, and like you gotta try to find a solution for the things, and be prepared for anything that comes your way, because like times are changing, inflation is coming out, so it's always to have a backup plan, to have just in case something happens, so be prepared, so don't do your research and find out, but yeah. So do we need any prior experience to join this business? No, we don't. Everyone can join this business and start from zero, and do it, like if you have some experience on certain areas, that's a plus, but it's not necessary, I mean, everyone can start from the beginning. And even with those who has some experience, like they still have to learn new things, you always learn new things, and keeps, like, the thing is, like, technology keeps evolving, so you're always on the learning, to keep up with everything. um So we also talk about, the advice that we give to new aspiring entrepreneurs, and also those doing the business. We give some advice there. And then lastly, we spoke about the legacy, the legacy that this business offer, which is an amazing, one of the amazing keys of joining this business. There's other ones, but yeah, this is one of the good ones. So yeah, so we want to thank all the viewers that watched today, and also all those watching the replays today, and then of course, our special guest today, Annie, for joining
Thank
us
you.
with our live and sharing your experience. Thank you, Annie.
Thank you so much, ladies. Thank you for having me into your in your show. Hopefully, that I have give some valuable insight about our business.
Thank you,
Thank you so
Annie.
much for your time. Mhm.
Thank you.
And we also want to mention, our business pages are on the screen. So if you want to follow us, you can follow us in our business page. So you want to learn more about us and about the business. We also have our website on the screen, so you can register with your email, your name, and we'll send you a registration, sorry, an invitation to the webinar so you can get more information about the business, and you can also hear some testimonials from members of our community. You also get invited to our private Facebook group where you get more information about the business, and also you can see success stories from members of our community. And we also want to mention that we have a live webinar every Tuesday and every Thursday at 5 p.m. PST, 8 p.m. EST. So if you want to register for those live webinars, you can also register on our website with your name and email address, and we send you that invitation. And if you cannot make it on those times, that's not a problem. We can send you the replay, and the replay will have subtitles for those whose English is not that strong. You can always watch it with the subtitles in any language, so that's not a problem. And you always want to mention, Isabel, just a clarification about when they register to the website.
So yes, when you register on one of our websites, we all have our website here on the bottom. When you register there, that's only to receive our complimentary webinar. That's the business plan, the information that where you're going to decide whether you like this or not. That doesn't mean that you're joining the business. That's a step ahead, but just to register is for free, and it's only to receive the webinar. You're not committing to anything else when you do that.
Yes. Yes, we want to clarify that because I think a lot of people, they don't register because they think, oh, if I register, I'm already joining the business. No, that's not the case. This is just an information session for you to learn about our business plans and hearing some stories from our members of our community. And at that point, if you decide to proceed, then you can pay the $149, and that's when you get to know more about our commissions, our high ticket products, and all that. So yeah, we just wanted to clarify that. So you got nothing to lose to register and watch the free webinar and learn what our business is about. So we want to wish everyone a happy Sunday or happy Monday, depending where you are in the world. So have a nice Sunday,
Happy
or
blessed Sunday.
bye,
Thank you
everyone.
to all our
Happy
viewers, and thank you for
Bye
everybody
bye.
that commented.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, everyone.